Come on, baby. It's you and me. We were meant to be. Oh, come on in here. Oh,
turn the lights down, man. Get the lights off. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you to our producer, Sydney.
Thank you,
You're the
Sid.
best. You're doing well. All right. You can have a seat now. We appreciate you.
Thank you. What's up,
Okay,
guys?
man, I may need your assistance on this one.
Oh, God.
So you can just chime in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know the song. I know you know the song, son.
I'm nervous.
My love, do you
Oh.
ever dream of?
No. Candy Golden.
Come on,
I don't.
man.
What would I? What would you?
Candy coated raindrops.
Yeah, I don't even know the words to that. All the words to that song.
Come on, man.
She got jokes.
My love.
All right. Forget it.
Do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops?
Mm-mm.
You're so sweet, my candy rain.
Is that me?
Boom, boom, boom. Come on, man.
You gotta come with something better.
Not
than that.
helping
You gotta
me,
come with
man.
something better than that.
She's not helping me.
My bad.
man.
My bad. My bad.
She
What's
know
up?
every
What's
song.
up? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. How are you guys doing?
What's going on, man? It's Friday night.
It is Friday night.
Didn't get paid.
Not
It's
yet.
Still Friday night though. And we still good. We got Crown Peach. We found something.
Yep. Cheers. There we
Come
go.
on, man. We found something. So we have a birthday coming up on Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
We got a birthday coming up on
Hey,
Tuesday.
Rachel.
So, you know, we gonna have a good weekend.
Yes, getting it started a little bit early.
Yup. She rocking her LSU shirt for some odd reason.
Throw it up.
And you already know what I rock.
National champions.
You already know what I
National
rock.
champions over here, baby.
Yeah, that's far. That's over now.
I mean, yeah.
That's over now. It was cute.
It's gone.
It was a good
It
year.
was fun while it lasted.
It was a good year. You know what I mean? So
Fun while it lasted.
it's over. So today, man, we're gonna dive into gender roles in a relationship.
Yeah.
You
So look, we did a lot of foundation laying in the first 5 videos or 4, however many we had out, and we realized it's now time to turn that corner. Let's get into some stuff. Like, we've been kind of tiptoeing around, having fun, and letting y'all get to know a little bit about us and our background. It kind of helps you understand where we come from when we talk about what we about to start getting into. So
No doubt. And we've had people, I've had my friends and she's had friends ask questions like, yo, when y'all gonna talk about finances in relationships or intimacy in relationships or, different things like that. So we're gonna dive into, gender roles in relationships. My fellas, are you a caveman? Are you one of them guys who wants your wife barefoot and pregnant? You know what I mean? Are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? Yeah.
I don't need nothing. I don't need you to do nothing for me.
Yeah.
Just be here.
What type of woman are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you an old-fashioned woman? So what type of woman are you?
I would say, and y'all, I struggled with this a lot in our relationship. I used to struggle with this. I'm old-fashioned. I was raised where the man, my dad took care of outside the house. My mom took care of everything inside the house. That was bills, that was cleaning, that was cooking. She handled all of that stuff. My dad, he did he had the money, provided the money, he paid the bills. yard work, cars. He took care of all of that stuff. So I kind of seen that growing up, and
Kind of what?
kind of seen. I know. I said.
Magic Johnson. He threw the ball.
That's what I saw growing up. Okay. All
There you
right.
go.
But yeah, so when I got into my relationship, it was kind of okay. This person doesn't do outside work, and we really didn't have the space for outside work. But for the longest time, I made more money than him in our relationship. Not that it bothered me at all, but people, or he may have felt some type of way about it. I don't think I ever hung it over his head or anything. So in that aspect, it really wasn't a big deal. But the household part is what really kind of got to me. We've lived in apartments since we've been together. So I felt like the housework should have been something that was shared more. And I just felt like it was a real one-sided, because I think I told you one time, if somebody comes to your house, who do they say keep a nasty house? The female. So when I wasn't getting help in that area, I felt some type of way. So now, ladies, it's not a problem. Let me tell you, my man just cleaned the whole bathroom today and washed the rugs. Okay? Yes. Scrub the tub too.
So for clarity,
Mm-hmm.
right? She's saying I never helped. She uses never.
I didn't say never.
A lot.
I didn't say never.
She
I did not say
uses never or didn't.
I said I didn't,
or whatever.
I did more of it.
So in every relationship, somebody does more than somebody. I cook more. So
I don't cook.
You know what I mean? So in every relationship is something. It's one person does more than the other in some areas or aspects of the relationship. The cleaning part, there's times where I clean, but I don't say anything. I just do it. You know what I mean? There doesn't need to be an announcement or something. You just do it. You know what I mean? So, of course, no, I'm definitely not saying it was 50-50, but, I feel, so the way I was raised with all women, you know what I mean? All women who worked all the time. We didn't have any outdoor grass to cut. You know what I mean? We didn't have any cars to fix. My mom's had a car, but I wasn't driving it. You know what I mean? So we ain't had no cars to fix. I didn't have any men to teach me how to fix a car. How am I supposed to fix a car? I ain't had no internet. I couldn't go to YouTube back then. You know what I mean? So all that, wasn't taught. She mentioned she had a father who taught her a lot. She knows how to do a lot when it comes to that type of stuff because she was taught. I was never taught. So that wasn't going to happen in a relationship. You know what I mean? Of course, you learn, you grow. When it's time to learn, you learn. But I wasn't taught that. So as far as the money-making aspect, I was never a person who got intimidated by anything, really. Yeah. There are cats who that bothers them. If their woman makes more money than them, that bothers them. And sometimes women will let them know in no uncertain terms, yo, I'm the breadwinner in this.
So does that mean just because you make more money that you get more control or you have more say-so?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you still as a man assert, not your dominance, never gonna say that, but you assert yourself as a man. You handle your business as a man. You're not making more money, but you still the man. You still a man. Okay. You know what I mean? You still demand respect. You give respect. You get respect. It's none of that.
I was never make you less of a person because you don't make what she makes or she don't make what you make.
Not at all. Because we all know it's a double standard, right? So a woman can sit home and chill and watch Oprah all day, and it'd be all good.
Watches Oprah.
I mean, whatever. Young and the Restless,
Is she even on
whatever.
anymore?
A woman can do that. A woman can be out of work for 6-8 months. But if that man is not working, it's a wrap. You getting all types of scrutiny and all of that. So,
and we actually experienced that. We went through a period where when we first got together, I lost my job. And he had to take care of everything. I think I was actually kind of living with you at that time. So he, looked out for me, and it wasn't his responsibility. We was, just in the early stages of our relationship.
Wasn't married or nothing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then as time went on, he lost his job, and we was, I was holding us down for a while, and then it happened again. Actually, the birth of Sydney, and I was off for longer than I expected. So we held each other down. So I think now we can get to the point where we appreciate. And number one, like he said, yes, ladies, you can sit and, it's more tolerated that when a woman can sit and not have a job or not be out grinding looking for a job every day. When he was out of work, it was a everyday. I know he's on the computer. He's looking at he's putting his resume in. He's making phone calls. It wasn't like I would come home and he's on the PlayStation. The house ain't cleaned up or dinner ain't made. It was always that stuff was handled. Facts. So that keeps your mouth shut when you walk in the door. Like Facts. You ain't got no beef because Facts. No, he ain't bringing in income, but he's holding the household down, and that's one or two, three less things you got to deal with.
Facts.
So,
and you know what I mean. Like as a man, you don't want to seem like you said less of a man. Like you just being out of work is already tough.
Yeah, that's
already the hard part. Because as a somebody like me, I want my own. You don't want to have to depend on your lady for anything. You want your own money. You want to be able to come and go as you please. So, yeah. And the making more again, like it's actually motivation to me. When she was for a while, I really didn't know how much she was making. You know what I mean? And then I don't know how I stumbled across it, but I'm like, oh, nah. You know what I mean? Nah. You know what I mean? Let's get to work. It's definitely no beef,
right?
But it's motivation. Anybody. Like my brother is killing right now. I'm like, damn, I gotta do something. Like he's getting busy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, I'm so happy for him because he's doing this thing, but I gotta, it's motivation for me. Yeah. So
communicate. Let your person, your roommate, your spouse know what your expectations are. It is, in my mind, it was, we both grown, we both live here. We both need to take care of what's going on in this house.
And my thing has always been, I cook, she clean. You know what I mean? She's a cleaner. You know what I mean? She cleans. That's what she does. She pays attention to that detail. She knows how she wants things. A lot of times you can't tell sometimes when I do stuff, she'll come behind me and do it over. And I hate that shit. So if you know how you want it done, do that. By any means, go do that. I'll cook. I have no problem cooking. You know what I mean? I cook all the time. So I cook. I'll handle my dishes and all that shit. So she'll do that too. But, you clean, handle the house, decorate, do all that shit. That's all good. The thing you really have to worry about though is people outside the home. You know what I mean? They'll always have something to say about what's going on in your home. So when you speaking to people, because we all have people we outlet to, you know what I mean? We all have that. They'll have something to say about how the roles are going because they have a certain feeling about it. They grew up a certain way. That's how they dealt with it. So you have to, acknowledge that and just worry about the people in your house when it comes to that.
there's nothing wrong with getting that feedback or
Facts.
having those conversations, but ultimately there needs to be a sit down between the two of you in your household.
Because nobody else is in your house.
Yeah, nobody's going to deal with it.
Nobody.
Nobody's going to be arguing with you. You're going to call them to vent, and they're going to be like, again? Yeah. But, all right, so we beat the household and the finances down. So what about outside?
Work around the house, yard and shit.
No, I'm talking about like
fixing shit.
What are the things that you learned that the man should always do, like walking on the exterior of the sidewalk, or always holding the door open?
Yeah, she. Yeah, my mom's, man. She had me. Yeah, she. Yeah, when we walking down the street. You know, I was supposed to be closer to the street. I used to hit my mom's like, yo, I can take a car hit better than her. Like, if a car jumped the curb, I'm the one who's supposed to get hit, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's what it is. That's what I've taught my son, man. And that's what it is. Now, is that a society thing? You know what I mean? A society,
chivalry,
you know.
Yes, there's common courtesy and...
I don't care about what society thinks. I really don't.
Right.
But my mom's taught me that, and I do it out of habit. Open the door for a woman, you know what I mean? Just out of habit. Car door, for the most part. Sometimes that's like, but any door, you know, and I do that with my daughters.
He hurt his ankle a few days ago, and
man,
I had to get gas. I had to get gas, and he was he was on crutches and everything.
That was whack.
And he was gonna try to get out, and I was like, "Babe, I got you. Like one time, it's okay. One time, sit in the car and let me pump my own gas."
You can't be, man. You can't be sitting in the car while your chick is pumping gas, man.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that.
It's
everybody looking at me. I'm just in the car, see I'm pumping gas.
I don't got tinted windows yet either. So
right. I wanted to just put a crutch in the air, like, yo, I'm in here, man. But like I said, we know what's going on internally.
Yeah.
So that's all that really matters.
Yes.
So biblically. Biblically.
Yes.
Is that the word? Biblically?
It's not a word.
Okay.
In the biblical sense.
In the Bible.
In the Bible.
Which, you know, we that's going to be another topic that we discuss.
Yeah.
But for you, what were you taught?
So we were taught in church that you are to get someone who is equal to you, equally yoked is the term.
What does that mean?
And it means y'all on the same page in regards to your spirituality, your future, your
everything.
Everything is you're on the same page. And if your man is equally yoked with you, you are supposed to submit to him, follow him. He's supposed to lead you, guide you, and be your the backbone. You know, you're supposed to be there for support. So when we got together, the support was always there. It took me a long time to see it. So while I'm thinking Bible in the biblical sense that he's supposed to be leading Bible study, he's supposed to be praying for the family all the time, he's supposed to be, you know, taking us to church. My focus was on those things, and he was leading our family in the same sense, but just not in those terms. So he led the family financially. He's more financially stable and sound than I am. He always looks out and protects the family. So his form of head of household was a little different than mine, but I've become more in line with what he's doing and how he's leading our household. So now I'm more able to submit in the biblical sense and follow him and support him because I believe where he's going, and I believe that he's being led by the Spirit to do these things. And
that again was after a conversation.
Yes,
you know,
many conversations.
It just didn't come about. You know, it was after several conversations, heated conversations. You know, and you know that it just happens like that.
Yeah.
You know, it can take a while. It cannot take a while, depending on what's going on. But yeah, so my thoughts on the Bible part of it, we'll discuss that in another video. There's a lot to unwrap.
We're talking about that part.
There's a lot to unwrap. I just have a different feeling about what the Bible and the church and everything. So, like I said, we had a conversation. So she knows my feelings and she knows how I view things, and we just work it out. We worked it out internally. So that's just what it is. Right,
he still follows God.
Oh, definitely.
God is in his heart.
Head of my life. Yes, I believe in God.
Yes,
God is my guide.
There's just some things that
it's just Bible and church.
Yes,
that are a little, off to me. But that's just what it is, and there's nothing, like I said, we've discussed it, and there may still be some disagreement. You know what I mean? But we have to respect what each other's going through, and that's the bottom line.
Okay. So gender roles in the sense of who's a right, who's a wrong, who sets them, and whose do we follow?
So it's definitely a case by case thing, a relationship by relationship thing. You guys have to just sit down and have that conversation. I think it's a conversation you have before you get married, definitely. So you can see you may be like I said, that caveman type of cat. You want your woman home, you want your woman cooking, you want your woman cleaning. You might be that. It may be you're a female who wants your dude outside in the yard, cutting grass and getting dirty, changing oil and all that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with any of that.
Right.
It's just what works best for you and your relationship.
I think it's about compromise too. Like
Yes.
the female that may have that strong desire for their man to take care of them by having more money. Okay. Well, he's taking care of me with less money than what I make. So in that sense, what do you mean take care of you?
Right. So the cat can be smart with money.
Yeah.
What I mean? He handles his business with the money, and you don't even recognize a decline or anything, because he handling the business. Y'all still going on trips, going out to dinner, everything's paid and all that. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a right or wrong, but I would, like he said, sit down in your relationship. And if you're single, this is a perfect opportunity for you to evaluate what you do in your own household, because it's hard for singles to go be with someone and then have to coexist with someone else. So when you're single, you're used to doing your own thing. You're in your own house. You got your own time. And then you start dating somebody, and then, it starts getting more serious. Have you had that conversation with yourself? What am I willing to do? What am I willing to compromise? What does my spouse look like? What role do I want my spouse or the person I'm dating to have? Yeah. Or, what do I want them to be responsible for? Those things, if they're known up front, there is less confusion, there's less headache, there's less confrontation later on, because everybody knows what's expected. And then it's a different conversation. It's more of a, hey, what can I help you with? Because you're lacking in this area. What can I do to help? Because it's a partnership. Ultimately, it's all a partnership. You guys are on the same team at the end of the day.
And then there's no excuses at that point, because you've set the expectation. So you know what you talked about. Yeah. So if you're not meeting that expectation, then that's a different conversation. That's a more serious conversation. You're not me, and it's nothing wrong with that, man. Like I know it can be scary to have that conversation, but if somebody's not meeting expectations, it's a reason. Like we all have choices, right? So we can either do it or not do it.
Right.
You know, and if a person is choosing not to do something that's very important, then you have a decision to make, you know, within you.
That's another video.
It is.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave it, you know, on the YouTube. Hit us up. Facebook, IG. Let us know what's going on, what you're thinking, and we'll definitely address those issues, questions. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. You know.
Yes, do that, please, and thank you.
Yes.
And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to watch our video. I'm about to kill the director.
Stop. Back up, please. You're doing too much, man. When you have a 7-year-old director, it just don't work out like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So.
She's just too much jumping around and all that. So,
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us again, man. And, you know, we'll holler at you. We back at you. We may release a surprise joint in the middle of the week. Never know. But we back at you. We'll be back next Saturday.
Yes.
You know? So.
All right.
Uno.